What up, peeps? Tony Baker randomly once again. I'm gonna try to do these more often, man. Because why not? Why not just do them more often? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, you know what I'm saying? The tree is still in the building. It's February, and the tree is still up, man. That's the February tree now. It's just tree. There's just gonna be a tree for every holiday of the month. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be Valentine's Day this month, St. Patrick's Day next month, Easter month after that. Maybe my birthday in May. Who knows? But the tree is here to stay. It's part of the family. Okay. I know it's February. It's still up, still going strong. I still turn the lights on at night. I like having it around, man. Tree is my friend. February, man. February is a tough month to spell, too. Like in a pinch, when you spell out February, are you confident you spelling it right? In a pinch, like at gunpoint. Somebody got the gun in your head and you got to spell February. Are you confident or are you going to flinch and second guess? Because the FEB is easy work. After that, it's chaos. It's tricky after that. I don't even want to attempt to spell it on my own right now out of fear of embarrassment in the comment section. I'm not even confident. You know what I'm saying? I got to look it up. Because it's like, is it February or February? But man, listen, February is tough. Is February the hardest month to spell? Yes, easily. February is the trickiest month to spell. It's the shortest. It's Black History Month. They give us the tricky one, though. You know what I'm saying? Who knows, man? Anyway, I wanted to talk about, first of all, one thing I want to throw in here is when you get the package delivered and you got to sign for it, usually it's not worth having to go through the trouble of having to sign it. You be like, just leave it at the door, depending on where you live. If you live in a crapshoot neighborhood, I get it. Sign for every package because they leave a package up there. People in your neighborhood was like, perfect. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes it ain't even worth the signature, man. I'm like, man, just leave it at the door, man. Ain't nobody coming around here. I live on the second floor. Ain't nobody up here. Cause you keep missing them. Like they'll even know we'll be back tomorrow between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Be home. Like when you come, narrow it down to at least an hour. Then we'd be like, all right, I gotta chill from 10 to 11. Or at least 2. Give us that. They giving us the whole day. And every time they sneak in here every time. As soon as you take your eye off the door, you be sitting there facing your door like an assassin waiting for a mark to come home. You just be sitting in the living room smoking. You just be looking at the door. No TV on, no music playing, just silence in the door. You just waiting for the delivery man. As soon as you be like, man, I don't know when he coming. You grab a water. You come up, wait, did I hear something? Then you go to your door, it's a sticker on the door. Came by, nobody was here. We'll be back tomorrow between 8 a.m. and 7 p.m. Be there. I'm like, man, dog. They don't even knock hard. Knock hard, man. Come up here. Like, bah, bah, bah. You know how they knock on the door in movies? They usually like, bah, 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 bah. That's how the delivery men need to do it, man. They be like, and then they dip off. That's how the delivery man door knock is. I'm out of here. I feel like they be looking at us from the truck. They be right there in the truck and they just be staking it out. They staking out your front door. They be like, yeah. They see you leave. That's when they pull up. Perfect. They left. Leave the sticker. Boom. They out of here. They did their part. You wasn't home. They did. I did my part. You know what I'm saying? I'm the delivery man. My eyes are getting weary. My back is getting tight. I did my part. Hope some of y'all got the King and Queens reference in there. My eyes are getting weary. My back is getting tight. Because Doug Heffernan was a delivery man. I fumbled on delivery, but you know what? I fumbled my delivery of delivery. You know what I'm saying? But that's what we do. Tony Baker randomly. Listen, I wanted to talk about Liam Neeson's little violent and race-tinged confession that he made the other day at one of those little junkets they do for an upcoming movie he got coming out. And so I guess he wanted to share his little story about revenge And I think he shared. I think he overshared. I think he overshared. We didn't need this story. I mean, maybe he could have edited some parts out. And a lot of people are like, so this is what happened. So he was talking about how a friend of his was raped. A female friend was raped. And so he was just like, whoa, what they look like? What color were they? She was like, black. And so he went out and he was just walking the streets for, he said, like a week, just looking for just anybody. He had a weapon on him. He was just hoping that a black bastard would just come out and want to have a go at him. I was like, so you was just looking for any black man that just wanted some truth. Just any black dude will do. And then, he went into the store and I could tell he felt bad for it, like, but the stuff he said after that, like, the Irish troubles and revenge just causes more revenge. This is an endless cycle of revenge. But he didn't focus on really the racial element of it after that. Like, he didn't really go into, like, I felt horrible to lump everybody into one category. He didn't take it there. He was just like, revenge is a bad thing. But he didn't really touch on the racial element of it. And I get that he's not proud of, the thoughts that he had and, like, the stuff he was willing to do. I get that, but, like, the racial element was mad disturbing because it was like, it harkens back to American history and probably history in other parts of the world too. It's like, back in the day, a white woman be like, this black man raped me. And they just out here looking for any black man or dude. They hanging them by the dozen just because they're black men. And that's that lynch mob mentality. The movie Rosewood was like that. A white woman accused a black man of raping her. They massacred pretty much a whole black town because of it. And it's based on a true story. If you haven't seen Rosewood, watch it. And it just harkens back to that. Like, imagine a Liam Neeson mentality based on what he found out times 100, times 200. 200 white men looking for any black dude that'll do. And you go in there with a mob, you get your confidence up. Now you just ready to attack them all. It was just disturbing to me. And I felt like he should have touched on that a little bit more, the racial element of it. Like, because that right there, man, it just didn't sit right, man. And Liam Neeson was my boy, man. He was my guy. Liam Neeson, I've been a fan ever since, like, Next of Kin with Patrick Swayze. I remember he was in High Spirits. This movie that didn't do well at the box office, but I remember the movie because I used to watch it a lot. Liam Neeson been that guy, the Taken movies, you know what I'm saying? Widows, I just like his voice. Gangs of New York. Liam Neeson was my guy. And now I'm just like, that's all it took, man. Any black bastard to do, huh, Liam? You know what I'm saying? And granted, a lot of people were like, well, you know what I'm saying? People change, people grow. When do we forgive people? He was just being honest. Should he be penalized for that? Here's the thing about honesty. You can be honest all day, but you have to deal with the ramifications of that honesty, whether it be good or bad. Just because you're honest doesn't mean you don't have to pay the cost. Like when you commit to a murder, yeah, that's honest. We respect your honesty, 25 to life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you still got to deal with that. And I feel like he didn't address the racial element of it enough. He just went into, because Ireland, man, we just revenge on top of revenge. It's just a vicious cycle of revenge. What about the vicious cycle of a lynch mob mentality towards blanketing everybody into one category? Just because a black dude raped your friend, I'm just looking for trouble with any black dude because I'm angry for like a week. I get the impulse for like a few hours, maybe even a day. But a week? And a lot of people have been guilty of like, you're watching a movie like Rosewood. You come out of Rosewood looking for a white person to slap in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? That anger, you just like, oh man, they just did this to us. And then you come out of there learning about slavery and the treatment of black people in America. You come out of class like, I don't want to put hands on everybody. But how long is that? A week? You might have that flash for a moment, like, who can I trust white people, man? I think they hate us all. The colored fountains, the lynchings, the hangings, the racism that's still in America. Shoot, who do I trust? But you gotta learn to check it. You can't harbor that for like a week and actually out looking. You got a weapon and you looking for it. It's like, man, that's the next level. I don't think I've ever been that angry. Like, I've come out of movie. I've come out of Rosewood, Amistad, 12 Years a Slave, pissed off, hurt, and like, man. And then, because I've been guilty too of wondering, like, it's hard to know who our allies are in these racial streets. Like, who's really harboring racial prejudices and biases and bigotry towards people like me? Like, who can I trust? It's hard to know that. It's hard to know, like, you know what I'm saying? Do you have ill will towards me and my people, or just on the strength of just who we are, how we were born? You know what I'm saying? It's hard to know who to trust. And like, when I hear stuff like that from Liam, I'm just like, God, can I trust you? Yeah, you was kissing Viola Davis in the mouth on Widows, which was an awkward scene, by the way. The way they were kissing, it was awkward, man, because they was really like, I was like, all right, man. There wasn't no music playing. It was bone silent in the movie theater when that scene was going on. I don't know what bone silent means, but, when bones are just laying there, they silent. Neither here nor there. So it's like, man. Like, when do we forgive? Like that, the governor of Virginia, whatever, when he was dressed in, we don't know if he was dressed in blackface or in the Klan costume in the 1984 law school yearbook photo. He's in hot water for that. And, he apologized for it, and he like, I'm not like that today, but he doesn't want to resign, and he doesn't want to say which one was him, whether it was the Klansman or the blackface. So it's like, when do we forgive? What does it take? What does it take for us to forgive? Or do you forgive? Do you guys forgive? Do we forgive? Has the gay community forgiven Kevin Hart? Like, what does it take? Or do we just throw them out for good just because, they made some mistakes back in the day? I'm sure we all have. I'm sure we all have made mistakes. We've said things we regret. We've done things that we regret. And, Liam Neeson coming out with this confession, I feel like maybe he should have kept it to himself. Maybe if he wanted to talk about revenge, maybe just saying like, a friend of mine was raped, and I was just looking for any dude that fit the description. I was just like, I just wanted to, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you could have left it at that. And a lot of people pose the question like, what if it was a white man that, raped his friend? Would he be looking for, and I pose this, what if his friend was like, you know what, he kind of favored you, Liam. Would Liam then be going out looking for any dude that looked like him? I don't know. But it was tough. It was tough to hear from an actor you admire, though. I was just like, damn, man, keep that to yourself, man. Everything don't have to be revealed to the public. Maybe reveal it to a therapist, close friend, family member, but everything don't have to be revealed to the public. And I feel like, man, that's just. And I wanted to see his new movie. I was gonna review it for y'all and everything on this page. I was ready. I was like Cold Pursuit. I was ready. I needed an action movie because I ain't been excited about no movie in the past few weeks. I was looking forward to it. But now I'm just like, I can't trust Liam Neeson. I'm gonna be sitting there thinking, any black bastard will do. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I don't know, man. But I just had to, put my little spin on it, put my little piece out there. Like, for me, like, and growing up, I grew up in Chicago, for those that don't know. Chicago is a very segregated city. South side of Chicago is where I grew up. Black. It's the black part of town. Black on 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 black. black, South Side, very black. And, you know, I didn't see white people until I went like downtown, up north is what we call it. And so, you know, I grew up with like, and you know, my brothers would get chased out of like Bridgeport, which is primarily like an Italian neighborhood at the time. This is the 80s. They getting chased out of there, getting called niggas and whatnot. And like, it was just like, what? You know? And for me, like, you know, the kid that was on the South Side all the time, my upbringing was black. You know, I had white in my family. My grandmother was white. But like, in terms of my environment, my community, black. My teachers were black. I had like maybe 2 white teachers my whole school career in Chicago. You know what? Maybe 3. My kindergarten teacher, that might have been number 3. But that's what it was. And like, you know, I've had murderous thoughts. You know, I remember this one drug dealer. I knew he was a drug dealer, you know, dealing to my family members. I remember him, he was like a slim, devilish looking dude. Like he was like a light skinned dude. I think he had freckles. He was real slim and just like slimy looking. And I wanted to kill him because I knew he was no good. I knew he was just evil. Like he meant my family harm through drugs. And like as a kid, I was just like, but I wasn't, you know, just because I wasn't like, and maybe probably because I had a face to him that I didn't have to label any black dude will do. Like, you know, since Liam Neeson didn't have a face, I guess he was like, any black dude will do. Cock-a-doodle will do. And then like even like growing up even further when I moved to New Mexico, in high school, you know, New Mexico, we have a big, you know, Mexican population there. It was like beef between the black kids and the Mexican kids. And they'd be like, yeah, man, we about to get into this fight with these essays, man. Come get our back. And it was like that prison mentality. Like you get with your tribe. Like, yeah, you get with the blacks, you get with the Mexicans, and that's what it is. You know, no questions asked. But I had questions. What did they do, guys? Why we got beef with them, man? I like these Mexican guys, man. You know what I'm saying? And so it became that, but I never had like in my heart of hearts, in my soul, I never felt like I hate all Mexicans. Like I never once did that. Like I never once felt that. Like I wouldn't like any Mexican will do. And it was just, you know, a lot of people can't shake that. They have that feeling and they hold on to it longer. Like I'll have a flash of it and be like, no, this ain't right. You know, you snap out of it like super quick. Not in a week. Jeez. But man, it's just tough out here, man. Trying to figure out who to trust in these racial streets. I want y'all to chime in, man. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about the whole situation. If you haven't heard of it, look it up. Look it up. Read the articles and you know, state your piece in my comment section. Can you trust Liam Neeson now? Does this affect how you view Liam Neeson? Let me know in the comment section below. Yeah, man. Are y'all gonna watch this new movie? Damn it. Why couldn't I find this out after I watched the movie? Because I was looking forward to watching it like soon. And now I ain't gonna be able to enjoy it. You know what I mean? So anyway, let me know in the comment section below, man. This is Tony Baker randomly. And let me know if you're confident in spelling February. Let me know. As usual, we out here.